Much, Dr. Orlando. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here this wonderful afternoon. For those of us on the same time zone. I know some people are journeying in from Ghana and possibly other African countries or other countries in a different time zone. If you can hear me loud and clear and you're happy to be on this call, please give me a thumbs up on the Zoom environment. Okay. Okay, I can see one thumb up. I can see a message. Okay. Okay. Ademola edit. Okay. Thank you so much for having me on the call. Like Dr. Orlando said, I'm a co-founder at Edvest, and Edvest is an AI-powered digital infrastructure for schools. We're reimagining education and making learning easy for schools, helping teachers to deliver the curriculum better, helping them to track student learning. Beyond learning, we're also helping them to track their behavior as well, helping school owners to be able to track what is happening in the school in terms of academic, in terms of operational, payment, attendance, performance review. And we're going big on AI to give insights to teachers on students that are, failing, students that are doing well, where each student needs to improve on, and what have you. So far, we've deployed to over 2,000 schools spread across 11 African countries, working with both government and with private schools as well. So I'll bring up my slide now. Please let me know immediately you can see my slide. Please confirm if you can see my slide.
Yes,
Okay.
very visible.
Okay. That's good. Okay. So I'll be lecturing us on strategic planning in marketing. Strategic planning in marketing. Okay, now what are the learning objectives? Number one is developing a strategic plan. How do you develop a strategic plan? Secondly, is the role of marketing in the strategic planning process. Thirdly, is purpose and structure of the marketing plan. Fourthly, is marketing plan progress using metrics. And the last, ethical issues in developing a marketing strategy. Now, what is strategy? What is strategy? A strategy is a comprehensive plan or method for achieving one or more long-term or overall goals, often under conditions of uncertainty, right? No matter how well you do your research, you claim to have it all, put together, there's still some level of uncertainty when you are, building your strategy. Now, your strategy will involve setting priorities, determining actions, and allocating resources to reach those goals that you have set. Essentially, it's about figuring out how to best make use of your resources to succeed in a particular situation. You will agree with me that resources are always limited, right? We always have limited resources, but we need to be able to get how to use the resources available to us to achieve the best output that we need to achieve. Now, strategic planning in marketing, this talks about the process of outlining how a business will achieve its marketing goals. It involves defining objective, conducting market research, identifying target audiences, developing strategies to reach those target audience, and also, how to align your marketing efforts with the overall business objective and ensure that your resources are used effectively. I mentioned the fact that there is always limited resources. So you want to ensure that the resource that you have or the resources that you currently have, you want to make use of them effectively. Now, levels of strategy. We have the corporate strategy, we have the business strategy, we have the functional strategy. Now, the corporate level strategy talks about the overall plan with multiple units, which is normally decided by the management team. So if you have a company, you have the top management team, you have the middle management team, and then you have your operational team members. So the corporate level strategy is determined by the top management. And then we have the business level strategy. This is, the strategy for the individual business units, your maybe your production unit, your customer service unit, and this is normally handled by your middle management. And then we have the functional strategy, which talks about the operational plans for departments, right? What is HR going to do? What is marketing? What is production going to do? Steps in the strategic planning process. We have defining the vision statement, establishing the mission statement, performing a gap analysis, and establishing objectives and goals. And then lastly, monitoring progress. It is very, very important for us to be able to monitor progress when we're defining a marketing plan. Now, steps in the strategic planning process. Number one, just taking it down each step at a time. We talked about vision statements. And your vision statement tells you, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? It describes your long-term, dream for the business. An example is Amazon, right? Amazon wants to be the earth's most customer-centric company. That is their vision. That is where they want to go. That is what they want to achieve, right? In achieving this, you need a mission statement, right? It says the mission statement is, why do you exist? Explains what the business does, how it does it, and what makes your business unique to other businesses, right? Because trust me, whatever service or product you might be designing, or you might be developing, or you might be, rendering, there's one or two other companies that does it. So, but what will make you unique, which is called USP, right? Unique selling point, is very, very important, and you need to define that, right? And it can be that you want to be customer oriented, you want to be focused on serving needs, or you want to be product oriented, you want to focus on a particular product that you want to churn out, or groups of products. Example of a mission statement is that of Tesla, which says to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport. To accelerate the advent of sustainable transport, right? Now, the next one is the gap analysis, right? The gap analysis looks at, where are we now versus where do we want to be, right? You want to identify your current state. Example, your market share. What is your market share? Or what market share growth do you want to achieve? You want to define your desired future. You want to increase your market share by 10%, or by 15%, or by 20%. And then you want to be able to identify what will stop you from achieving that progress. Very, very important. You want to know what will stop you from achieving, because anybody can say, oh, I want to do 25%, increase in my market share. But you need to identify, what are those things that can stop you? Is it competitors? Would it be poor marketing? Will poor customer service? Will it be poor branding? You want to be able to, identify those things. And then once you identify them, you want to suggest product improvements. You want to suggest process improvement. What improvement do I need to put in place for my business to be able to meet the desired future state that I've defined? It can be new campaigns, it can be better pricing, it can be better packaging, it can be change of some of your processes, right? And then next step is for you to set SMART goals and objective, right? Goals are broad, long-term outcomes, which can be over a 3 to 5 year period. And then we have your objectives, which are specific, and they are short-term, mostly less than 1 year. Now, you want to use the SMART criteria to be able to set your goals and your objective. And the SMART criteria stands for, S in there stands for specific. That means your goal is direct, is detailed, and is meaningful. It's something that we can say, oh, we want to do 20, you are very specific around what you want to do. The next one is measurable. It must be something that is quantifiable. You not just say, oh, we want to acquire more customers. You want to acquire more customers is specific, but it's not measurable. How many customers do you want to acquire? You want to increase your market share by 10% is measurable. You already know you're on 2% or you're on 4%, and then you can easily track, how well you've been achieving this. Oh, we're now on 7%, we're now on 88%, we're now on 9%. Oh, we need to do more, we're on 9.5%. It is measurable. And the next one is that it is attainable. You do not want to set goals or objective that you cannot achieve, your business cannot achieve. You don't have maybe the tools or the resources to achieve it. You don't want to set unrealistic goals. Maybe you currently have 5 customers and you say, oh, before the end of the year, we want to do 10,000 customers. You don't even have the sales or the marketing budget to be able to get 10,000 customers. You don't have the bandwidth. Your business does not have the bandwidth to actually service that amount of customers. You want to ensure that it is attainable. How you want to ensure that it is relevant. What goal and the goals and the objective that you're setting, it is relevant and aligns with your company's vision and mission. Because you don't want to set goals and objective that does not align with what your overall vision of your business. And then you want it to be time-based. You don't just want to say, oh, we will do $100,000. When do you want to do it? There must be a specific deadline, right? So that you can use that to track and see how you are progressing. Now, the next one is monitor progress, right? You want to be able to monitor your progress as you're progressing. You want to be able to measure it. You want to have a dashboard, right, that will show you key performance indicators, right, that will help you to be able to detect early whether you need to adjust some of your strategies. It will help you to see where you are doing well, where you are not doing well, if you are spending too much on a particular channel, or you are neglecting a particular channel. Your dashboard will help you to be able to put a meaning to all of this. And then we want to talk about the marketing manager. The marketing manager. There has to be somebody who is championing this. And the marketing manager would, oversee your marketing strategy, your pricing, your promotion, your product development, right? And this person needs to be able to work collaboratively with your finance, your legal, and your advertising team, right? And this person must have strong problem solving and research skills, right? And this role is actually one that is in high demand. According to US Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are about 10% job growth within 2021 to 2031 in the marketing manager role. Now, career tip: marketing roles are flexible, skills transfer easily across roles. Now, why marketing is critical to strategic planning? Why is marketing critical to strategic planning, right? Marketing ensures that the strategic plan is customer focused. As a business, it is very important that whatever you are doing, not just marketing, whatever it is you are doing must be focused on your customers, because your customers. And of course, I'm sure, if we're taking classes, we have internal customer, we have external customer, right? I'm talking about the customers, those who buy, right? In this case, those are the external customers. You want to ensure that your product, your services is focused on your customer. Because even if you have the best products, if you don't know who your customers are, if you don't know what they want, if you don't know how to reach them, and if you don't know how to persuade them to buy, you would not be able to sell to the customer. You can have a very good product, but you're selling to the wrong person. Or you don't know where the right people are, right? Your customer can be on social media. They can be on, you might need traditional marketing methods to be able to attract your customers, or online methods. So you need to be able to understand, define your customer. And down the line, we'll still talk about customer persona and other things. So it is very important to be able to define who my customer is, what my customer wants, how to reach them, how am I going to reach them, how to persuade them, right? Now, I want to talk about business portfolio definition. Business portfolio definition, right? What some businesses operate a single product, right? While some businesses operate, multiple products. For instance, large corporations like Apple, Alphabet, General Electric, Meta, and Microsoft, they have a large, portfolio of products and services. And when a large company has, large portfolio of products and services, what they do is that they group them into strategic business units, also called SBU, right? So those business units would perform independent, functions within the entire business, right? And the business units will have their own mission, they will have their own vision, they will have their own goals, they will have their own strategies. Remember, I said that it is very important for you to know who your customer is, where are they, what do they want to buy. So in a large corporation where you have multiple products, definitely the customer types will be different. What they want is different, where they are is different. And that is why it is important that each business unit would have their own mission, would have their own goals and, their strategies, right? Even though they all report to the central business headquarters, or maybe to the, board of governance and what have you. But of course, they have a little bit of autonomy within themselves, right? So that way they can actually focus on, the customer needs for each of these business units, right? Now, a strategic business unit is a distinct unit within a larger organization, treated as a separate business with its own mission, its own objective, and strategies. SBUs focus on specific product line, market segment, or geographic areas, allowing for tailored strategies and focus resource allocation. Now, this works best for large organizations where you have multiple, product types. Now, in going forward, we want to talk about SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis. What is SWOT analysis? A SWOT analysis is strategic planning to use to evaluate the strengths, which is S, the weakness, which is W, the opportunities, which is O, and the threats, which is T, involved in a project or an organization. It will help you to, understand your competitive position and help you to make informed decisions. Now, this picture just, quickly explains, the SWOT analysis, SWOT. I mean, that's the abbreviation. That's how we come about our SWOT. Now, S, which is strength, it talks about the internal capability of the company that can help the company to reach its objectives. Example, you have a strong brand identity, is a strength for you as a business. You have a lot of technological innovations, it's a strength for you. You have high market share in the industry, that's your strength. So as a business, you need to be able to understand, what are we good at? What is that our strength, that our advantage, that we know that come rain, come shine, we're good at it. You need to understand it. Secondly, you need to understand your weakness. You already know what you are good in. You need to know, what are we not good at, right? These are the things that can interfere with the ability for you to reach those objectives that you've set. For instance, outdated technology. You understand? High employee turnover. So it's a weakness. You know that your staff, you have a high employee turnover rate. People come 3 months, 4 months, they've gone. That is a weakness that you need to understand. So when you want to do a project, you know that if we start this project and the people on the team, they leave in 3 months and the project is for 8 months, what happens? We need to quickly replace and what have you. So you actually want to know those weaknesses, not just for knowing sake. You want to know the weaknesses so that you can actually improve on them and turn it into strength. And then you want to know the opportunities. What are the external factors that are opportunities to you as a company that you can exploit? Example, One of your competitors have gone out of business. Oh, that's an opportunity for you. You want to quickly, grab their customers, trick your messaging to be able to let your customers know, oh, we can serve, you in this particular area that your competitor was serving. Another one is low interest rate, favorable exchange rate. Maybe you say that, oh, there's an opportunity for you to get maybe money at a low interest rate, or the exchange rate is now, stable, and you want to quickly leverage on it. And fourthly, T is strength. This is also external. If you take a look very well, your strength and your weakness are internal to you. Your opportunities and your threats are external. The threats are the things that can create barriers for the company's performance. Rising interest rates is external. You don't have control over it. If the interest rates are rising, it's a threat. If you have a pending legislation or a new rule, I mean, if you can remember, there was a law that affected Gokada, right, in Lagos, where they said, oh, bikes should no longer be on the express and what have you. That became a threat, and they had to pivot their business type. Now, creating a marketing plan. Having looked at all of those things, we want to look at creating a marketing plan, right? A marketing plan is very critical for your business success, because you have to have a detailed plan that shows what you want to do, how you want to do it. Either because in most cases, when you want to maybe get a loan from the bank, or you are talking to investors, they will ask you for your marketing plan. And even if you are not talking to investor, or you are not talking to banks or loan companies, you want to have a marketing plan for your business, because it's going to help you to know how best to grow your business, right? And it's going to outline for you the actions that you need to take, who are your target audience, how are you going to build your brand awareness, how do you want to boost revenue, right? And we're going to quickly look at the components of a marketing plan. The first thing that you should have on your marketing plan is your executive summary, followed by your mission statement, followed by your SWOT analysis, which we've talked about, your objective and issues, your marketing segmentation and target market, your buyer persona, your positioning within the market, your current market situation, your marketing strategies, your action plan, your budgeting concerns, and of course, your control to monitor progress, right? So I'll just quickly see how I can talk about each of these things. Now, your executive summary is a concise overview that acts like an elevator pitch. It quickly just talks about everything that your marketing plan comprises of, and it contains your introduction, a brief outline of the marketing plan's purpose and expected outcomes, your company and team description, what is the company about, who are the key personnel, what are their roles, and what are their qualifications. Because when you want to get investment, or you want to get a loan, these people want to look at the people back in the company. They want to be sure of the credibility of the key personnel, their roles. You have people for key roles within the company, and what your company does as well. You also want to talk about your market factors and trends, which will be a summary of the market landscape, your key trends and innovation within your market. Now, you want to talk about your products and services. What are the features of your product? What are the benefits? What are the unique selling points of your products? You want to talk about your customer base and marketing activities. Who are your target audience? What is their profile? What are their strategies that you want to use to reach out to them, your advertising or your distribution strategies? And then your final overview, you want to talk about key financials, such as your current sales, your revenue expectation, and your marketing budget, right? Because if you're going to do marketing, you would spend money, and you want to mention, the things that you spend money on, how much you want to spend money on, and what kind of revenue are you going to generate when you spend that money. And then objective and strategy summary, right? You do a wrap of your key goals and your marketing strategies to reach them. Now, next one is your mission statement. A mission statement, which I've talked about initially, we'll talk about, your purpose, your goals, and whom it serves. And it should be clear and realistic, focused on your customer benefit, and it must be inspirational and action oriented. Now, I've talked about this short analysis, so I'll just skip that, right? Now, let me talk about market segmentation and target market. What do we mean when we say market segmentation and target market, right? Now, in market segmentations, you want to know which of the segments are viable, who the target market is in that segment, and how do you serve them effectively. Serving customers effectively is very, very important because you want a repeat sale, right? You want to be able to sell to the same customer over and over, right? So that you have, a good lifetime value of each customer, and you can make money from them repeatedly, right? So that you can cover your cost of acquisition and all that costs, even your associated with serving that particular customer. So I'll just quickly talk about the types of market segmentation. Number one is demographic segmentation. Now, this talks about their age, their gender, their income, and their education level. You want to talk about geographic segmentation. This talk about their location. Where are they? Are they in the north? Are they in the south? Are they in the east? Are they, depending on your country, right? Or your continent, as the case may be, because some products, some goods would be more suitable for certain geographies within your country or within the continent or in the globe, as the case may be. Now, you want to talk about this physiographic segmentation, which talks about their lifestyle, their values, their interest, right? There's some certain things that you can sell to I'm trying to be careful so that I don't segregate, right? But you know that there's some people that they have a certain lifestyle, right? And there's some products that would appeal to them, and there are some products that do not appeal to them, or maybe because of their value system, right? So then the last one is behavioral, right? You want to look at the purchasing behavior and the patterns of these people. Do they buy in the morning? Do they buy in the afternoon? Do they buy, at certain time of the year and things like that? So you want to segment your market into that so that you can target them effectively and be able to serve them effectively. Now, I mentioned buyer persona the other time. Now, a buyer persona is a semi-fictional profile of ideal customers. It's a fictional representation of your customer because you want to be able to know who your ideal customer is. And the word is ideal, right? For instance, the ideal, I wish this section was interactive. I'll have asked, some questions. But let me see if we can achieve that. Okay, let me just go ahead. For instance, the ideal customer for someone who is producing wig, is he a male or a female? Who is the ideal customer? If you can drop it in the chat box, please drop it in the chat box. Who will be the ideal customer for a company that produces, okay, someone says female, right? A company that produces wig, the ideal customer is a female, right? Now, when you are doing your customer persona, you want to look at the demographic of that female. What's their age range? Is it your grandma that is 80 years old? Or is it your daughter that is in primary 3? They are both female, right? So you want to look at their motivation. You want to look at, are they on social media or are they on newspaper? There are a lot of things that you want to define. Now, back to my question to say, is it male or female? Now, the fact that we sell the ideal customer for a company producing wig is female doesn't mean that male will not buy wig, because I can buy a wig for my wife. My wife is having a birthday or I just want to surprise her. I can buy wig for her. But that does not mean I am the ideal customer, because the ideal customer, 8 out of 10 times the female will buy the wig before the male will buy the wig. So when we're talking about ideal customer, it doesn't mean that the other people who don't have the same characteristics will not buy the product, but you want to know that, okay, if we're doing an advertisement, the model that we should use, is he a female or a male? The characters in, the storyline, should it speak more to male or speak more to female? And if we know that, oh, our ideal customer is a female, but the person paying sometimes might be the male, we can actually do an advertisement or a marketing, campaign that will speak to men to buy for their wives, or their girlfriends, or their sisters, or their mothers, as the case may be. So your customer persona will list all of these things: their buying behavior, where are they, what time do they buy, what's their income range, so that you'll be able to know that this wig that we're selling that is 250,000 per week, should we go and market it to university students who don't even earn up to that? So by the time you know that, oh, we don't need to go to higher institution. We don't need brand ambassadors in university. What we need are people who live on certain part of your location. So when you want to do billboards, you're thinking, okay, our customers, from their income level, do they live in this area or this area? Where should we put our billboard? We need to put our billboard in this area because these are the areas that the people earning that can afford 250,000 week will stay. So your customer persona is very, very important. Then you want to talk about your positioning, right? It will define how your brand or product is perceived in the target market relative to your competitors, right? It involves establishing a unique identity and value propositions for the product or service in the minds of the customer, right? So let me quickly move on. Now, you want to look at your current market situation. You want to look at your market description, the size, the trends, the changes, the product reviews, looking at your positioning, your futures, your performance, your pricing. You want to look at your competitive analysis. Who are your key rivals? What's their market position? What's your market position? And what are the current analysis advantages that you have as a business? Then talking about your marketing strategy. You want to talk about your product strategy. How will your product solve the problems of your customer? If a product is not solving the problem of the customer, or is not meeting a need, or is not, let me say a need. It can either solve a problem or meet a need. A need can be, I want to take Coke because I'm thirsty, right? Or I just want to wear a Rolex so that I can feel good. That might be my need, right? Or it might be a problem or something. Now, your pricing strategy. How does your price reflect value and position your brand? When you understand your customer persona, it will also help you even in your pricing strategy, because you will know that for this my ideal customer, if I set this price, they might undervalue what I'm selling to them. Or for this my customer persona, if I set this price, they might not be able to afford it. So you want to understand how your price reflects value and how it positions your brand. Then what are your promotion strategy? What are the channels and methods? Going back to customer persona, when you understand your customer persona very well, you will know the channels. Like I said, you will know either they are the people watching news on TV, or if they are the people reading printed newspapers, or they only go to Instagram to check, news updates, or they browse on their phones, or there are people who are always driving, that will see your billboard, or there are people that, they are working remote. You want to know all of those things, and then you want to have your distribution strategy, which will help you to know, do they want items to be delivered to them, or they want to come to buy physically? If you're serving a target audience that wants to buy physically and you say we only do delivery, it will affect your sales. If you have a customer segment that says, oh, just deliver to me, and you tell them come to the showroom or come to the office, it will affect. So you need to be able to understand, your distribution strategy. Also, you need to have what we call action programs, right? Where you break down your strategy into specific tasks. What will be done? Who will do it? When will it be done? What will it cost? Because there's a saying that if there's nobody responsible for something, nobody will eventually do it, because everybody will be like, oh, the sales executive will do it. Oh, no, I think the marketing team are working on it. Oh, I think the design team are working on it. Everybody will assume that somebody is working on it. So you want to be sure that their task and, everybody knows what needs to be done. The person that needs to get it done knows that they need to get it done. They know when they need to get it done, and the cost of getting it done. Very, very important. Now, budgeting concerns. Budgeting concerns encompass a variety of challenges that your organization will face when you are creating or you are managing your financial plan or your marketing budget, right? And you want to, and if care is not taken, you want to be sure that you have accurate data. There's a lot of there's collaboration within the team. You have accurate forecasting, and then you want to look at things like your projected revenue versus your expenses, your forecasted sales and price per unit, the cost of production, cost of distribution, and cost of marketing. And this will be presented in what is mostly called a P&L, profit and loss statement. Now, controls to monitor progress. Number one is that you want to track metrics during execution. You want to track metrics during execution. We talked about, having a dashboard, and your dashboard is going to have key metrics that you need to track, because your metric will help you to identify where you are underperforming. It will help you to be able to identify the reasons why you're not performing, and it will help you to be able to adjust appropriately. It's normally said that whatever is not tracked cannot be improved on. So you need to be able to track things so that you can improve on them. KPI indicators. KPIs are focus metrics tied directly to your business goals and timeframes. They serve as a scoreboard for organizational health. Your KPI will help you to know, the health of the organization. If they are doing well, if you are doing well, if you are not doing well, right? Now, what are the differences between KPIs and metrics? Metrics are general performance measure, e.g., email open rates. KPIs are specific measure tied to goals, e.g., 20% increase in customer retention in 6 months. Key performance indicators. They are tied to setting goals within the organization. Now, let's look at some examples of business objectives or KPIs. Number one is total sales. Right? You want to look at your total sales or your revenue growth, which is calculated as we have seen here, which basically measures, revenue change over time. You want to be sure that your revenue is growing. You want to look at your new versus your incremental sales. It helps you to track first time versus repeat customers. That's very important. Your repeat customer, you want to you're looking at your retention, ability to retain existing customers. The truth of the matter is, for your business to really grow, you need to be able to retain your existing customers while adding new customers. And that's why you need to track these metrics, these KPIs. Because if you are selling to more customers, you're having first-time new customers, you are doing a lot of marketing, a lot of new customers are coming, but the existing customers are feeling not served. They are not getting value and they are leaving. It's like you have a house that has the front door and the back door, and you left the back door open. New people are coming in through the front door, and the existing people are going out through the back door. You want to make sure that you close the back door, so that your house is full until you now say, oh, we need another, we have 3-bedroom, everything is full, we need a 6-bedroom flat. So you want to track your new versus your repeat sales. And then you want to track profitability. Profitability is very, very, very important. In most times as business owners, we make the mistakes of tracking revenue and we're not tracking profitability. You just say, oh, we made 2 million sales last week. Oh, 5 million. But behind everything, your costs of running the business is increasing. So if care is not taking, yeah, your revenue is increasing, but your cost is increasing because you know, oh, we have more orders, we need to employ more customer service, we need to employ more production assistant, we need to do more marketing, we need to do, before you know what's happening, your revenue is increasing, but your profit is not increasing. So in fact, a very important element of running a business is profitability. If you are not running a profitable business, trust me, you might not start making profit on the first day, on the first year. For some businesses, 5 years down the line, they've not started making profit. But there must be a plan to make the profits. Because maybe they are saying, oh, by the time we hit 5,000 orders, we'll start making profit. So they already know that their target is to hit 5,000 orders. And they also know that for us to be able to hit 5,000 orders, these are the things we need to do. And we need to keep our costs at this point, even up until we get to the 5. So even if you are not making profit right away, you must have a strategic plan to make profit and a timeline to make profit and some measurable occurrences that will happen for you to make profit. Now, example of business level KPIs. I'm checking my time. Please, admin, just let me know on the chat box how many more minutes I have so that I know how to manage
just
my time.
about 3 more minutes.
Oh, 3 more minutes. But I didn't start on 12 by 12, so you should give me 5 more minutes. Examples of business level
All
KPIs.
right.
Your total revenue, your profitability,
No. Sorry, Mr. Dari. This is 1 p.m. Nigerian time. If you take
okay.
10 more minutes, so yeah, you can round up appropriately, it is fine.
Thank you
Okay?
so much. Thank you so much.
All
So
right.
I want to talk about sales revenue generation KPIs. You want to talk about your average revenue per customer. What is the average amount you are making per customer? Very, very important. When you know the average revenue you are making per customer, it becomes easy for you to know that, oh, if we have 5,000 customers and we're making $1 per customer, we have 5,000 in revenue. Right? Customer acquisition. There's what we call customer acquisition cost. What does it cost me to acquire a new customer? Right? In terms of what you spent on marketing to get them, you need to know it so that if you want to get 10,000 more customers, you know how much you need to acquire 10,000 customers. When you are doing your marketing budget, that will help you a lot. Customer retention rate, the percentage of customers that keep buying is very important. You need to know your customer retention rate. Oh, we started this month with 50 customers. How many of the customers did they repeat buy? And you need to know your buying cycle, right? For us as a company, we deal with schools. So our buying cycles is termly. We don't expect a school to buy in the middle of the term. We expect them to buy at the beginning of every term. So we already know that our buying cycle is 4 months. So we track our retention over a 4-month period. If you have a food business, people buy every day. You want to track retention per day, right? You want to track Monday to Friday, depending on the location and what you do. So you want to understand the buying cycles of your customers and how well you're able to retain them. Market share KPI is talking about your market share in category, percentage of total categories of sales held by your company for the market share for your product and services. Like for instance, MTN, Glow, and what have you. If you look at their reports, they'll tell you, oh, they have 33% market share, 80% market share, because they know the total market value of people that buy, that subscribe to telecommunication services and how many customers they have. And then your relative market shares compares your market share to the leading competitor, right? If the leading competitor has 50% market share and you have 5%, I mean, you are just starting. Then we want to look at customer support KPIs, right? Where we want to look at customer satisfaction score, your CSAT, right? That is the percentage of customer rating satisfaction as 4 or 5 on survey. In most cases, between is over within 0 to 5. So you want to look what's the average customer satisfaction rate for your business, and with this you need to gather a lot of feedback, right, to get these ratings from the customer. So if you have 4, you have 5, you have 2, you already know that you're not doing well and you need to improve on it. Customer resolution rate, when your customers log issues, how many of those issues are resolved? And you also want to track the resolution time. A customer logs an issue in the morning on Monday, and it takes you 5 days to resolve. If actually that is what it takes your business to resolve it, that's good. But if it's something that can be fixed within 1 hour, then you want to see, are we fixing within 1 hour? We're taking 3 hours. If you are not fixing the issues on time, it will affect your CSAT score. And then importance of ethical marketing, pardon. Ethical marketing is a practice of promoting products and services using principles of fairness, honesty, and integrity. Trust me, if you're not, if you don't do ethical marketing, people will feel duped, people will feel lied to, and people would not speak well of your business. So you want to ensure that in all your marketing, there's fairness, there's honesty, and there's integrity, because this will give you customer loyalty. It will help you to build trust and keep your customers returning. It will help you to improve your credibility from investors, from competitors, from the public, and it will also help you with your brand. Um, Now, generational shift in consumer behavior, right? You want to look at millennials and Gen Zs, right? Millennials and Gen Zs, they now comprise 65% of the global population. They make buying decisions based on values and principle. They prefer sustainable, ethical, and transparent brand over mass market one, right? Some statistics, 62% of millennials and Gen Z will pay more for sustainable products compared to 54% of Gen X and 39% of baby boomers. 73% of millennials globally would pay extra for sustainable goods. So you need to look at all these statistics as it relates to your business. Now, corporate social responsibility, which is normally called CSR, right, which emerged in the 1970s with the idea that businesses should have a social contract to serve the public. That's why you see that some business, MTN Foundation and what have you, they are building schools for education. Some people, working in oil areas, they do some certain community development initiatives for them. And today, statistics has it that global corporations have spent over $20 billion annually on CSR initiative. Now, it is now a marketing necessity, especially when targeting younger generations. They want to see, okay, what are you doing for us? What CSR things are you doing for the community around us? Key ethical issues in marketing. We want to look at the e-cigarette marketing, for instance, which raises concerns over public health versus consumer behavior. There was a scandal for Toyota, where concealment of safety defect led to loss of trust, deaths, and also a fine of about 1.2 billion. Now, these examples just tells us the effects of neglecting ethics in pursuit of profit. So if you want to pursue profit, you must also do it ethically. And that's why we're talking about ethical marketing. So you want to look at what do you have in your products. For example, for the Toyota case, right? If you're producing something and you know that if we leave this there, it can, it's a defect that can cause harm to the customer. Trust me, even if it costs your business, you might want to withdraw the product and make amendments, or maybe even dump it. Because the truth of the matter is the effect of putting out something that is not good to your consumer, the effect, the loss, the damage on your brand is going to be much more harming than the money that you will have lost. It's better for you to lose money as a business and think of how to make it back than for your customers to have a bad perception about your business. In fact, I have a theory that for every one customer lost, you've lost about 10 more. Because that one customer could have told 10 more people about you. So imagine if you do bad to one customer and they tell 10 people, and you've done bad to 10 customers, they've told 100 people, you've done bad to 100 customers, they've told 1,000 people. The effect on your business is bad. Now, building ethics into strategic planning. Consider all your stakeholders, your investors, your customers, your employees, your suppliers, and communities, right? I mentioned earlier on that we have internal customers and your external customers. So you want to consider your internal customers, your investors, your staff as well, which are your employees, and then you want to look at the community that you're working in, your suppliers, and what have you. So organizational and individual values checklist. You want to ask yourself the following questions. Does the mission of your business reflect sustainability and social impact? That's a take-home question. Number 2 is, does the vision aim for outcomes that benefit the society? You want to see, does the value show respect for people and the environment? Are these values authentic and practiced daily within your organization? Thank you so much. I think I have 4 minutes by the grace given to me. So if I have any question, I'll just try to take the question before we call it a day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dyer. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Covenant, we will share the materials and the slides and all that. Thank you once again, Mr. Dyer. There's a reason why we wanted you here, because we wanted somebody to speak to us from, should I say, a practical, real life perspective, not from, this is not like a typical university where the lecturer himself does not get involved or is not involved with the line of work that he's teaching as it is. So thank you very much for that. So I have one personal question, and others, I don't know if others also have, right? So Mr. Dari, look at us, Transformation College as an organization, and I would definitely like your advice here. We are a full free school, and that's because we believe that if Africa is ever going to get out of the whatever problems it is in as at today, education has got to be free. So we're a free school. It is sponsored by my dear self, some of our organizations, and some of our friends and stakeholders as it is. But we advertise all these things, right? We leverage YouTube, all our sessions for like almost 2 years, all on YouTube. We have different mailing lists. We have all sorts. Even for this session, we put your picture there. We sent it to the entire group that we have internally, mailing list, Facebook. But we're just still not getting the kind of attention. We're giving AI training for free. We're not getting we're not getting 1,000 people. Look at this session that you've just delivered. It's an excellent session. It's probably at par with what they would deliver in any international MBA course, but we're still not getting the right number of people. What do you think we're doing wrong? What areas do you think we can improve upon to be able to reach out to people so that they can take advantage of the great work that we are already doing? We definitely need your professional advice in that regard. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so thank you so much once again for having me here. I think if I could just, something like this, we need to look at it holistically and be able to dissect it. But something that comes to mind is building the customer persona for the brand, for the college, right? Do we have a persona document that actually, list out all the characteristics of our ideal customer? Even though it's a free academy, customer doesn't mean that they need to pay, right? We need to be able to show that we are targeting the right set of people, because and do they need this knowledge? What are the knowledge that they need? We also need to be sure that we are giving them the products that they want. What product do they want? What the timing? You also want to look at the timing. Our persona, are they people that are work during this period? Do they prefer to have the classes in the evening? Do they prefer to have the classes at weekends? So I think if we do a deep dive on customer persona, it will answer a lot of questions. It will help us to know, do they respond to emails? Are they always checking their emails, or is it better to call them? Is it better to send them SMS? Are they more on WhatsApp? So because to tell us where they are, the communication channels to communicate with them, they are a day in their life. There's what we call a day in the life of your customer. You need to understand a day in the life of your customer. If your customer is living, they leave home 6 a.m. and they get back 9 p.m. and they are busy all through the day, definitely they will not have time for a session like this. So I believe if we deep down into the customer persona and we understand a day in the life of our customer, we'll be able to engage them better, and we'll be able to increase our impact. I hope that helps, but we can also discuss in deep details.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, thank you very much for that. Very clean, very clear, and very precise. And we will get on that. I'm sure the team is also listening, so we will action on that, and then might also circle back to you. The thing once again, thank you. All right. So the other question that somebody has asked is, a lot of organizations, right? So they're struggling from a marketing perspective. If you think about it, right? Think about the best architects, right? They're not necessarily the ones that are the most known, right? The
Mm.
best medical doctors or the best lawyers. Even if you look at Edverse as an organization, you definitely as an organization, you probably can do even maybe 20 times more than what you're doing if more people knew the work that you're doing can scale across the whole of Africa, whereby you can even have 1,000 or 2,000 clients, right? So, what do you think is wrong? What do you think we're all generally getting, we're struggling with? Even in our own organization, A4S, we just finished something on ESG some minutes ago. We can we can scale across the whole of Africa. We can even let's even leave Africa out. We can scale across the whole of Nigeria, whereby all our clients will not only be from Abuja and Lagos. What do you think we're all doing wrong? And what are the top three areas that, if I ask you, applicable to Edverse and others, that everybody should get right?
Okay. Hmm. So I would say that I'll still go back to what I said about identify your customers, knowing what they want, where to reach them, and then being bold about what we're doing. I was listening to something online yesterday. I was looking to about a post, and he mentioned that the most intelligent people are not necessarily the ones out there. It takes a lot of courage. You need to be courageous about what you're doing. You need to look for every opportunity to talk about what you're doing. So at every, I mean, just like how I met you at the program, and you were able to talk about what you're doing. I've gotten to know about what you're doing. I can tell other people about what you're doing. I posted on my LinkedIn about the session today. So we need to, first of all, understand, the people that we're targeting and make sure that we're delivering value to them. And then talk about what we're doing every now and then. Another thing that we should not neglect is the power of referral, which is something that is even helping my own business now. You need to ensure that your existing customers are talking about what you are doing. The students on this academy, are they telling other students about it? Because research shows that people will buy from a company that a friend or a colleague or someone they know has endorsed, has recommended. And that's why people make use of influencer marketing, even though we all know that it's bobo, right? The influencer in question might not necessarily be using the service, but it's just a stamp of, oh, if this person is using it, I think I should also use it, right? So we need to also invest a lot in referral marketing, telling our customers. And you can go and look at people like Dropbox. They've done very well in terms of influencer marketing, making sure that, oh, if you refer somebody, maybe you get an extra storage piece or something. There has to be something that the person referring is also getting as a reward, and also the person they are referring is also getting a reward for that as well. So I think leveraging on those would help. And my business, we're currently doing a lot of that. One of the things a shift that we also identified when we started doing testimonial videos, we realized that a lot of schools were now comfortable to buy from us because they've had another school owner talk about the product in a way that has served them. And they're like, oh, okay, if this school is using it. In fact, do you know that some schools now started getting angry with us to say, oh, you did not do testimonial video in our own school? Imagine what we're thinking that we need to do it to sell. Other schools are not like, oh, why is it that you have not come to do testimonial video in our school? So imagine if everybody is saying, oh, Adverse is good, Adverse is good. Oh, I've used Adverse, I use it for this, I leverage on their AI for this, I leverage on, payments for this, I leverage on this for that. Naturally, you just find that everybody is talking about your business, and you are growing not at the rate at which you're spending on marketing, but you are growing at a very, very rapid rate.
But once again,
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Dyer, thank you very much. I think you hit on some key things, endorsements. Keep looking for opportunities to tell your story, to talk about what you do. You've also talked about influencer marketing. You've also talked about value, and then I've even written down here testimonial videos that are coming from others as it is. So I've taken some of these things in, and I'm sure others here who are also coming from different perspectives, I'm sure they've also taken these things into consideration. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. This is going to go on YouTube. We will also do a write-up about your session today, the highlights of this session, and please spread that even onto others because I think this session has been extremely valuable. So once again, everybody, a massive round of applause uh, to Mr. Dare for taking the time out of his very busy schedule to be here today to take us through this session. We don't take this for granted. We don't even take it lightly as it is. So, Mr. Dare, if you don't mind, you can also drop your email address. I know a lot of people want to get your thoughts. My colleague Bukola, I'm sure she wants to get your thoughts and ideas. Because of our time, we don't want to take too much time. So Bukola will definitely would like to reach out to you and even others. So is it email that is your preference, or do we just reach out to you on LinkedIn? Which one works
Yeah,
best for
I
you?
think
That you
LinkedIn is
can
fine.
guarantee your response. Okay,
I think
good,
LinkedIn is
good,
fine. I'll drop my LinkedIn all over again.
good. Yes,
And then we
yes,
can start
please.
with a chat on LinkedIn. From there
Okay.
we can pick it up.
Yeah.
I can also drop my let me drop my Instagram for those who
Okay.
maybe prefer Instagram. Um,
Okay.
so we can pick it up from there. So from there we can share contacts, either phone or
Okay.
email, and take it up. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good. Once again, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Dyer. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very
Amen. Thank you
much.
so much.
Okay.
I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate. Thank you. Please drop Edvard's link and website even in the chat room too. Please drop Edvard's link and website uh in the chat room also. So please everybody go to look at Edvard's um what is the name? So pretty much Edwards does the same thing as what's the name? There's used to be one Fedena, am I right? There's one school management software called Fedena.
Yeah,
So Edwards is like a
Fredena is from India.
yeah, so Edwards is like the improved AI version of Fedena, right? The improved AI powered, AI driven version of Fedena. So everybody look at Edwards on all suites on all social media, and you can also visit the website in itself. Once again, Mr. Dari, we thank you. Good. Thank you very much. All right. God
Thank you.
bless you, sir.
Bye.
Okay, Mr. Kof Mr. Kofi, the birthday boy who's going to be taking us through one of the Google Suite products. Mr. Kofi, where art thou? Birthday boy, are you still enjoying your birthday? So Mr. Kofi, please go right ahead.
Boss,
Which of
please,
the
I'm here.
products are you doing today? Eh? Which of the products are you doing today? You look like you're in a palace of some sort. Are you on the beach? Are
Yeah,
you
I'm
at a
doing
beach
the
house somewhere
Google
enjoying
Ads
yourself?
Manager. No,
Good, 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 good.
yeah,
All
Google
right.
Ads
Kofi, please
Manager today.
take it over. Thank you. Take it over.
Okay. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's afternoon both in Ghana and Nigeria. Hope we are all doing well. That was a very insightful session earlier. We are going to go through a second session, which is the Google Ads Manager. And I would share my screen right away so we can all go through the slides together. Okay. Hello. Please, can anyone see my screen?
We can't see it yet.
Okay. Is it visible now?
It's still loading. Yes, it's visible now.
Okay. So we are going to look at the marketing Google Ads as a guide for future digital marketers. I would want to find out if anybody has tapped on a Google ad without even knowing, because mostly when we go on our search buttons, we happen to get random ads that pop up. Some of us may skip, some will tell you have to watch to the end before you get to where exactly you want to go. So we would first look at what Google Ad is. So Google Ad is an official online advertisement platform that allows business to display ads.
Sorry, Mr. Kofi. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Please go ahead.
The text is very low, so I would advise probably put it in projection mode so we can see it clearly.
Okay, sure. Sorry about that. Is it better? Is this better, please?
So yes, Kofi,
I
it
think
is
it's fine.
better. Yes, it is better. At least I can see it clearly. What is Google Ads, search ads display? But in future, maybe we might want to use a minimum text size because of some people. But for me, from where I sit, I think it's clear enough.
Okay, please declare for everyone else so that we can proceed.
I think it's
Yes,
fine.
it
It's
is clear
clear.
for me now.
Okay, so Google Ads is Google's official advertising platform. It allows businesses to show their ads or display their ads across the Google search, like YouTube. You have the pay-per-click and others. That also means that businesses don't just pay to show an ad. They only pay when someone interacts with them. You only have your ad pop up when someone is searching something, mostly in relation to what you are looking for. Other times too, any other ad can pop up. The real value is that business can show ads right when people are actively looking for their products or services. Just as I said, when you're looking for one particular service or product online, Google will in a way send you ads related to the particular service or product you are looking for. Look at the ecosystem of these ads. You have the search ads, you have the display. The search comes in as the ad, that's the test ads in the search results. That is, the Google Ads isn't just one size fits to all. It has different types of ad forms, just like the search ads. The test ads you see on Google when you search results. The display are the banner styles or visuals you see on a website across a display network. And video ads, they run on YouTube mostly, either before or during a video. Sometimes you'll be watching a video on YouTube, then it just pauses to show an ad before it gets back to the original thing you are watching or learning on YouTube. And we have the shopping ads that are great for e-commerce because they display products, images, prices, and details right in the search results. As I said in the explanation, when you're looking for one particular product or services, The Google Ads helps you find other related products in the ad form, so that with their details, it's not just about what you are looking for, but they are giving you something sort of other options. Let me put it that way. And we have the app ads. That was the last one in the ecosystem. They are designed to drive installs and engagement for mobile apps. They are mostly for our mobile apps, promote mobile app download and all that. Sometimes you'll be watching something, iPhone for instance, sometimes you'll be looking for something and the cleaner app will pop up, asking you to download the cleaner app so that you clean your storage and all that. Those are the app ads. So depending on your business goal, you can choose the right format you would want to use. So you might be thinking or wondering how Google Ads work. You have something like the auction system. So anytime someone is searching for something, Google does something like a real-time auction. That is, they put these ads in a bid, whichever bids most comes up. However, it doesn't just depend on the auction. It has something called a quality scale. It ranges from 1 to 10. So the auction, the one that bids most, plus the quality score will now lead to the ad rank. So when the one product or the ad bids most and also gets a high score in the quality score, it helps in the ranking of the product or that particular app, the particular ad that would be popped up for other those who are looking for it to see. So and we have types of campaigns and use cases. You have the search campaign, you have the display campaigns, video campaigns, shopping campaigns, and finally the app campaigns. So Google offers different campaign types to match different business objectives. It's not always about what you're looking for per your objectives. Google helps you give your campaign. So search campaigns are perfect when you want to capture people actively looking for something like leads or direct purchase. Display campaigns are great for building awareness or reminding people about your brand. People about your brand through remarketing. Video campaigns, mainly on YouTube, allow you to tell your story in a more engaging way. Shopping campaigns would help you campaign for online shops or stores because they highlight details directly in engagement. The idea of all of these things is to match the campaign type with your goal. So in all this, there are three main things that usually happen. You have the awareness, you have the consideration, and you have the conversion. Moving on, need to be swift about this. We'll move on to the Google Ads search campaigns. That's the module 2 of today's session. We have 6 items listed for the Google search campaigns. The first one is understanding the buyer journey and the search intent. So before running a search campaign, it is important that you understand the buyer's journey. That is, every customer passes through 3 stages: awareness, consideration, and decision. In awareness stage, people are just realizing they have a problem or a need. In the consideration stage, they are actively researching options. And in the decision stage, they are ready to buy. So awareness will bring them to the realization that they need something. Then they consider what to buy, then they actually make a decision on what to buy. So search intent ties directly to these stages. So navigational searches are when people look for specific sites. When you know what you're looking for, you know where you go to. So when someone is looking for to get something like heels or something, Ladies mostly, they know they have to go to Zara or Pretty Little Things and all that. They go directly to the site that they are looking for. Informational searches are when they want knowledge or answers. When one needs answers on a particular topic, they go online to look for that information or that answers to their questions or curiosity. And transactional searches are when they are ready to take action. So that one ties more with the first one we spoke about. When they go to their site, they see what they want, then they make the transactional search, that they look for the prices, payment details, and all of that. So like buying a product, matching your ads to these stages makes them more relevant and effective. It makes you, or it gives you the room to make correct searches whilst you are on the site. And then we move on to the keyword research. Utilizes tools like Keyword Planner, Ubersuggest, and SME Rush. So these ones focus on brand, fix, exact, and navigate match types. So it's about closing the right, or choosing, it's about choosing the right types. Broad match captures a wide audience. Phrase match narrows it a bit. The exact match targets very specific searches. So when you're looking at the broad match, it's like you are in a broad space looking for a particular thing. Like, it gives you more options. When you look at the phrase, that one gives you some sort of it narrows the search down a bit. When you look for the exact match, it gives you specific details of what you are looking for. And you have to navigate keywords, and they are just important because they prevent ads from showing on irrelevant searches. So these ones will help you avoid some of the ads that will pop up when you are busily looking for something that you really want answers to, and like you need it like as soon as possible. Write effective ad copy. Craft compelling expand text. That's the ETAs and responsive search ads. Focus on strong headlines, clear benefits, and compelling call to action. So once you have the keyword, the next step is writing an ad copy that works. Google offers two main formats. That's the expanded and the responsive. So the expanded is a fixed structure, while the responsive is mixed and match multiple headlines descriptions to see what works best. So that one gives you options as to which one will work better for you. But then when you look at the expanded, it gives you an exact one. It's fixed. You can't change it. What you're looking for is what will come, or what they will provide is what they will provide. There is no wide range of options like that. So effective ads have strong headlines that grab attention, highlight benefits, and always include a clear call to action, like a buy now or sign up today. Tailor your copy to the keyword, and the audience needs it to feel natural or responsive. When you see a buy now and you tap on it, it takes you to the details you have to select in purchasing that particular product or services. Or a sign up, when you tap on something like that, it just takes you to where you have to give your sign up details, your name, your email, and other relevant bio data that they would require. So we look at the ad extension and strategic use. Extensions are extra pieces
Sorry
of
to cut you,
information.
sir. I don't know if you're moving your slide, but it's not moving.
No, we are still on this slide, the module 2. We are explaining the point 4 now.
All right.
It is not in line with what you're saying, what we are seeing on the screen.
Yes, the ones that's explanations to what is being shown on the screen. So you have the points and a bit of explanation under them showing on the screens, and the explanations are what I'm giving you, which are not on the screen. But all of these slides will be shared with you once the class is done.
Okay, so you can proceed.
Hello.
Hello, sir. I just wanted to be sure. You can proceed, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So and that one, they boost visibility and click-through rates with site links and all of that. We have 5, the campaign setup. They define clear campaign goals, just like sales, leads, and all of that. That's when setting a campaign, the first step is defining your goal. Once you set your goal, whatever that you're looking for, you might have a direct chance to it. That is, are you looking for sales, leads, or just traffic? Your goal determines how you structure everything else. Next comes budgeting. You need to budget. Once you want to run an ad on Google or any of that, you should keep in mind that you have to pay something. So you need to decide on your budget. Instagram has up to as low as, I think, $2 or something upwards. So when you choose that, you choose a number of days that you want, then they'll give you the cost of that space or ad. Then you decide if you will go with that or you rather decrease it or increase it, depending on your budget. And lastly, measuring performance. Once your campaign is live, measurement is key. You need to, is the most metrics in the most common metrics that include the CTR, your click-through rates, which shows how appealing your ad is, your cost per click, which tells how efficiently you are spending, the quality score, which measures relevance and the user experience. That will make your ad or the particular ad you are boosting show on most people's or the audience phones and sites. So we look at the display range. The display advertising and retargeting, sorry. So here we first have the introduction to display network and branding. And we have audience targeting. We have responsive display ads versus uploaded image ads. And lastly, we will look at the retargeting techniques. So looking at the first one, the Google Display Network is massive. It reaches over 90% of internet users. When you use Google Ads, it will help your services whatsoever or the business you are running, because Google has up to 90% reach on the global internet users. Was you and I can testify to the fact that everybody has Google on their phones. Everybody search for whatever they want, mostly on Google. Even Safari has Google embedded in it. So everybody uses that, up to 90% of their reach. So if you happen to run an ad through Google, you can imagine how fast or how wide your ad could go or get to. So unlike the search ads, which rely on intent-based queries, display ads are more about visuals, storytelling, and brand recall. Think of them like digital billboards across the internet. They are perfect for introducing your brand. So look at the audience targeting. The audience, and we have the affinity audience that's based on lifestyles, interests. You have the in-markets audience that's actively reaching products or services. And we have the custom segments that's tailored audience based on intent or URLs. So we display one of the biggest strengths of the display campaigns is the ability to target very specific audience. You can use affinity audience, which focus on people's lifestyle and long-term interests, like sports fans or tech enthusiasts. These people, they have specific things that they are interested in or they are more enthusiastic about. The in-market audience targets people who are actively researching or comparing products. Some people go online to look for stuff. One particular thing they are looking for, they might end up looking at two or more different sites just to get the best one out of it, either the best price or the best product or the one that can deliver on time and all of it. That one will help you with it. That one assists or happens more under the in-market audience. And then we have the custom segments that lets you create tailored groups based on keywords. As you have a URL or specific behavior, the key is matching your ad to the right audience at the right stage of the journey. So look at the responsive display ads versus the uploaded image. So responsive display ads, that's the Google auto-generates combinations, and uploaded, that's full control over creative elements. So with the display, you can choose between two main types. These are the difference. You can choose between two main types when you are using the responsive display ads. But when you are using the uploaded version, it gives you full creative control because you choose what to upload and all that. That is, uploaded image ads give you full creative control because you design and upload the banners yourself. You don't depend on what Google is giving you. You are uploading the banners or the images you want or you have designed and want to sell. So responsive is faster and data-driven, while uploaded gives you brand consistency. When you're using the uploaded one, it gives you brand consistency because you get to upload what you think is best for your brand, not what Google thinks is best for you. So many businesses use a mix of these two because depending on their goals, some of them might want to use a responsive. Some of them would also want to upload what they think is best for them and not depend solely on what Google gives them. We'll look at the retargeting and retargeting techniques. That targets past website visitors or app users. And 2, custom segment creation for dynamic marketing. Lastly, use tag manager or GA4 for audience tracking. So retargeting means showing ads specifically to people who have already interacted with your website or app. For example, if someone visited your site and added a product to their cart, but didn't complete the checkout, you can use retargeting to remind them of the product later. When dynamic marketing takes a step to further by showing the exact products they looked at. This is made possible by segments. Retargeting is very effective because it focuses on warm audience, people who already have your brand but just need the nudge to convert. When you look at Temu and other shopping sites, when you add things to your carts, once you open the app again to look for something else, it will pop up again that you have 71 days in your cart. Check out now. You have 10 items added to your cart. You can check out now. Or to some extent, they show you the products that you had added to carts, so that whatever that is not making you buy, they remind you to go and buy them. That's also a form of running that is how the retargeting technique also works. We'll move on to there's one thing here, smart display campaigns. That is fully automated campaigns leveraging machine learning for bidding, targeting, and ad creation. So this one helps you automate to the next level. With this, Google uses machine learning to handle bidding, targeting, and even ad creation. You simply provide your assets, the headlines, descriptions, and images, and Google will optimize the combinations for performance. This is ideal for businesses that don't have time to constantly tweak their campaigns, but still want strong results. So you can use this technique to help you run your ads most of the times, even when you don't have the time to be always online, to be reposting or running the ads by yourself when you are using the uploaded image ads. So we'll move on to video campaigns with YouTube ads. However, please, if there are any questions, please drop them in the chat box. We would pick the questions and then attend to you in the chat box, or at the end of the class, we will also attend to these questions. I hope that is okay. So, video campaigns with YouTube ads. So the first one, we have the YouTube ads format, that is skippable in stream, skips after 5 minutes, non-skippable, that is up to 15 seconds, or unskippable. That's bumper ads, that's 6 seconds, non-skippable. Discovery ads appear next to related videos. Mostly, we all use YouTube sometimes. See, sometimes some videos come up, they play for just 5 seconds and they move. We have ads too that will not go or will not leave until they are done playing. You can't press skip until the time that they've been given to play is up. That is a non-skippable in stream. And bumper ads, they have just 6 seconds, 6 seconds, and they are non-skippable. They have to play for the 6 seconds before they go off themselves. So discovery ads, the ads are mostly appearing by the videos you want to watch and all that. So they don't necessarily pop up on the video you are watching, but then you see them either by it or running under it somehow. So we have the creating campaigns. Link YouTube channel to Google Ads. Choose campaign subtitle, awareness, consideration, sets budget, and bidding strategy. We already spoke about these things earlier, that the awareness part talks about when you want to create a YouTube channel and link it to your Google Ads, you need to be aware or come to the realization that you need help or you need assistance or you need something before you consider. And once they consider, then you can go ahead with your campaign. However, you also have to think about the budget and the bidding strategy to align with your goal. The budget, we spoke about it. The bidding strategy too, we mentioned it earlier that Google does that in line with their quality score, and that when it is done, it gives your ad a rank. If you bid more, if your quality score too is also high, then your rank also goes higher. They get to show more of your ads than others. So we have the audience and placement targeting. That's demographics, interest, keywords, placement, and all of it. Measuring success, that's the view rate, cost per view, engagement rate, that's the like, share that we get on all our social media platforms. And lastly, we have creative practices. Capture attention in the first 5 seconds, show the products in use effectively, include a clear and compelling call to action. You can always use something like call us now, sign up now, something that will get the people to purchase or follow the ad that you are displaying. These things help your ads go viral and all that. So let's look at shopping campaigns. Shopping campaigns, that's an essential tool for uploading store and product data to Google. We also have ensures products are visible across Google shopping properties. We spoke about shopping where they display the products that people want to buy. I use Temu, Zara, and others as examples. They ensure that the ads that you are giving them will play on all shopping properties. If you are selling a hair product or a makeup product or something, and you run an ad like that, these things will be shown on the shopping campaigns and also help your visibility. Move on to feed creation and optimization. They include critical product attributes. That is the title, description, and price. Mostly, they will help you give what the product is about. They explain what it does, and sometimes even what it was made with, and also the price, and high quality images that would be propelling for people to patronize the particular products you are selling or your services. So, and you have standard shopping, and we have this performance max campaign. So the standard offers manual control and granular targeting for precise optimization, while performance max fully automated campaigns expanding reach across Google channels with AI. So standard offers you a manual control, sort of fixed. It doesn't give you more options. But then the performance max, it automates campaigns, expanding your reach. It will help you reach more people or more audience using Google AI, like channels with AI, to bring in all these audience to your ad or promo that you are doing. So ad campaigns and performance max. Ad campaign types, you have the install campaigns, that is they drive downloads for your mobile applications. Engagement campaigns, that is encourage deeper, more meaningful in-app actions from users. Pre-registration campaigns, they build anticipation and a user base for unreleased apps. Looking at creative assets and best price on the other side, it uploads multiple headlines, descriptions, or images and videos. And Google automatically generates combinations for optimal performances. So introduction to performance campaigns, that is goal-based campaigns that utilize machine learning to serve ads across all Google channels, such as the search, display, YouTube, Gmail, discovery, maps, and all that. All these things we mentioned and explained in the first module. And lastly, we look at the setting up and optimization performance max. That's it. They leverage audience signals, structured assets, groups, and precise conversion for maximum impact. So we will move on to bidding, budgeting, and optimization strategies. All of these things you have to, we mentioned them earlier, but this is just a breakdown for you to know what really entails when you want to run an ad for your organization or product. So when it comes to bidding, budgeting, and optimization strategies, we have 5 key things you need to do. And the first one is the manual versus the automated bidding. We have the target CPA, ROAs, and maximize conversions. 3, we have daily versus shared budget. 4, we have the bid adjustment and experiment. And lastly, we have the A/B testing. So when you look at the manual and automated bidding, is that a manual CPA or the cost per click gives you full control because you set the maximum bid yourself. This is great if you want precision, but it can be a one-time consumption. Automated bidding, on the other hand, automatically adjusts bids to maximize those results. The manual, you do it yourself. Automated, it is generated for you. It is less hands-on, but it uses machine learning to find the best opportunities. The targeted CPA, also within automated bidding, there are different strategies for different goals. When you target the CPA, cost per acquisition, means that Google will try to get as many conversions as possible at your targeted price. Target ROAS, also that is return on ad spend. is about maximizing revenue for every dollar spent. Maximize conversions focus on conversions focuses on purely on getting as many conversions as possible within your budget. When you look at the daily and shared budgets control how much you spend or how much your organization is willing to spend on the ad they want to run. And you can choose between daily or shared budget. A daily budget limits how much is spent per campaign each day, giving a strict control. And a shared budget, on the other hand, allows multiple campaigns to pull from one pool of fund. This is useful if you want flexibility and you don't want to micromanage each campaign budget. So shared budgets are especially helpful when you are running similar campaigns or targeting same audience. It helps you you kill two birds with one stone, sort of. So look at the 4, that is bid adjustments and experiments. That's refine bids by device. Even after setting your bidding strategy, you can fine tune with the bid adjustments. For example, you can increase bids for mobile devices. If your audience is more active on phones, you adjust your bids to certain locations, times of the day, and demographics. So the A/B testing, this is the last key. Continuously test different ad copy, keywords, and landing pages. Measure statistical significance to make data-driven decisions. So A/B testing is a key part of optimization. That means running two variations of an element like a copy, keywords, and landing pages, and seeing which performs better. For example, you might test 2 different headlines to see which one drives more clicks. Over time, these 2 optimizations add up to big performance and improvements. Look at the measurements, analytics and reporting. So the first key, we have the key metrics and KPIs to track. You always need your KPIs to track how good your ad is doing. I know IG has a part called the Insight. It helps you track your conversions that you've had on your post or the ad that you are running. You have the setting up conversion tracking. You utilize Google Tag Manager or hard-coded snipers. You track your fills, purchase, or calls. Using Google Analytics with Google Ads, you track cross-device and cross-channel performance seamlessly. So there is an app or a site called Buffer, which I mostly use, when it helps you schedule your post or whatsoever for any social media platform you want to send it to. However, it also has a site where you can actually track your engagement or whatever that is going on with the post that you did. So when you run an ad, equally, you can check your insights and engagement through that particular app. So it is good that once you are venturing into running ads whatsoever, you make sure that you keep measurements on your analytics and also have reporting skills so that you know that this thing is either helping you or it is not helping. Then you decide again on what's best for you or your organization. So we move on to.
Hello, Kofi. Hello, Kofi. Kofi, are you there?
Yes.
Kofi, can you hear me?
Yes, but
Hello,
I'm here.
Kofi.
I can hear you.
All right. Are you planning to do any practical session so that we don't keep staring at this slide for 45 minutes? Are there practical sessions or something else you plan to do so that it can bring some more life to this session? Because we've been on this slide for 45 minutes.
Unfortunately not, because I was told it was
Right.
going to be short an hour. So I just made out these slides, but then we could again look for practical sessions and maybe make slides or videos of them and share with them share with their transformation college team so they share with their participants, if that is okay.
Okay, that is fine. All right, that's fine. Yeah, because I was hoping that you will log on to so that we can actually see some of these things because the theory of it we can all figure that out. But where is the portal for the ads? How do we look at how these things are set up? The settings for some of these things, and even some of the results that are meant to come out of the whole thing. That's what we're also hoping that we're able to see, not just to go through a set of slides. Maybe Damola did not appropriately communicate the expectations because we also need to know how these things are done. So maybe you might even log in onto like a Google account or something so that we can look at it rather than just staying at slides for an entire hour. I just want to know if that is a possibility. That's all. Kofi?
We can't hear him.
Okay. So maybe
I would
we'll just give him 2 or 3 minutes.
like
Kofi, are you there?
So I mentioned buffer.
Okay.
So I think his network is not
Okay.
great.
Also,
Very
because
much, because
can you
I'm
take us
buffer.
to the Google?
I don't know if can you see
Yes, Kofi, we can't hear
my
you. Kofi, we can't hear you. Kofi, we cannot hear you.
the site of
Kofi, we cannot hear you.
buffer.com. Please, listen. Please, can anyone see? I was asking if anyone could see so I was asking if anyone could see how that one also works.
Okay, brilliant. We can see buffer. Yes, we can see your buffer now, which is great.
Hello, then I think it's a
We're
network
definitely
video
way
is
more
still on.
interesting for us. So Kofi, your internet is really bad. We can see buffer, which is definitely more interesting than us
Yeah,
staring
I think I'm having a bit of
one slide.
internet
Oh
challenge.
God. Kofi, can you hear me?
I think
Damala
I'm having a bit
Oboma
of a
or
network
Edith?
challenge. So
Edith, can you hear me? Edith, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but please can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Doc.
Okay, Kofi, Kofi, I don't know, because we can see your buffer screen. And I was saying that this is definitely way more interesting
But please can
than
you hear me?
oh God. Right. Kofi.
Hello, boss.
Okay, please go
Boss, please can
ahead.
you hear me?
We can see your buffer screen. We can see your buffer screen.
Okay. When you log into Buffer, as I said, it's a site that helps you schedule posts or the ads that you would want to run for your organization or your product. So when you come here, my organization, sorry, and when it gives you the opportunity to set the time that you want that particular post to go out. It gives you the opportunity to also choose the caption. If you don't have one, it will help you generate a caption. And also, when you come here, it gives you all the channels that you have linked to the buffer.
Hello, Mr. Kofi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Damola, we can hear him clearly, so please allow him continue. Damola, we can hear Kofi. Kofi, please go ahead.
Okay. So when it comes to channels, it helps you see all the social media platforms that you have connected with Buffer. So when you make a post or when you schedule a post, all of the channels that you have given to Buffer will have these posts sent. When you come to engagement, the engage side, please pardon me, I think I'm having some internet troubles. That's how come I keep going off sometimes. So I think my internet is slow, but when you come here, it will give you your everything that you are working on. If it is Instagram, if it is LinkedIn, it will show you the engagements that you've had under them, the comments, the likes, the reposts, everything that has happened under that particular post. You will get to see them when you come here. When you move to analyze, it will also show you a different side of the whole thing that you are doing. It gives you like the total impressions that you have. Please pardon my network. I don't know why I'm having this challenge. Yes. Sorry, I don't know. But then when the pop-up came, you saw something like the impressions and all that. So that one will give you all the impressions that has happened under your posts. And when you come to create, when you want to start something new, when you don't have anything at all that you want to post, it helps you come up with either a design, a caption, or whatever that you would want to sell or send out. It gives you an idea on what you want to do. It also has templates. It will give you templates that you could work with. Then you choose from the variety of options, then you work around it, and it help you make an ad or even a post. So the publish mainly shows you where I showed earlier, the days that you would want to post these items, the time and the date and everything, the caption and everything. So for instance, if I would want to make a post for 2 p.m. today, and I come here, I can choose the particular platform that I want the ad or the post to go to. If it is Instagram, the first one I choose is Instagram. So it will go to just Instagram. But if I happen to choose all these three channels that I have selected will get the post that I am sending out. So what would you like to share? That's mostly your caption or the description of the item you are selling. You can put everything here. Then you drop the picture or the image or banner of whatever you want to send out here. Then you choose the dates, the time, then you customize for each network. When you come here, because there is nothing there, that's why these things are off. But when there's actually something there, it helps you schedule the post. Then when it's time it's the time you chose is up, these posts will go out like accordingly. Please, is that okay? So Buffer is a very interesting. Please come again.
Someone has a question.
Please, I wanted to ask a question. You know, before the way you got to Buffer, I wanted to find out. You know, because of the way you were off, I wanted to be sure the connection between the buffer and the Google Ads. We don't know. You just suddenly got here, so we were not able to connect. So that's why I wanted to find out.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I apologize for my network. So the buffer is a site that helps you schedule posts or your ads that you want to run on Google. Because in my submission earlier, I mentioned that sometimes you might not be able to always go online to run the ads and all that. So Buffer is a website or an app that helps you schedule these ads or posts to go out at your appointed times. So if you have an ad to run and you choose the time that it should go out on LinkedIn whatsoever, or even Instagram, this app or site helps you, whether you are online or not, it helps you send these ads or posts out to your targeted audience at all times. And once you use Google Ads to boost the particular post or ad that you have sent on either Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube, you can always come back to Buffer and check your engagement to see that if the ad that you are running is generating more leads or it's getting more impressions and so on and so forth.
Okay, so thanks for that. Are we to have an account on Buffer?
Yes, you need to create an account. Yes, please. You need to create an account. So you can go to buffer.com. It will tell you to sign up. You put in your email, your name, and all that. To ask you what the purpose of your, the purpose why you want to get into Buffer. You answer all those questions, and they give you this interface that I am displaying now, and you can work on it from then. It has a paid version and a free version as well.
Okay.
Is that?
I have a question also.
Okay.
So for a digital marketer that works with different brands, how would Buffer help him or her to automate posts and work with different brands on the same Buffer?
Okay. So when you want to add a channel, as you said different organizations or different people. You have limit. I think you have a limit as to how many connections or channels you can add to Buffer. So in my opinion, once you connect, maybe if you are working with Transformation College, you are working with A4S, you are working with PSE, you can connect these three to them. But then when you are posting for A4S, you just have to make sure that you select just A4S for that particular post you are sending out. And we'll go to A4S page. If you are posting for PSC, you select just PSC and we'll go to just PSC's page, and so on and so forth. So all the brands that you'll be working for, you can sign in their login details here. So the particular brand that you want to send an ad out or a post out to, do well to select just that brand and you schedule that post and it will go at the appointed time you chose. Is that okay? To make it more understanding, you see, when I came here, I have Instagram, I have LinkedIn and LinkedIn. So if I wanted to go to just Instagram, I will select just Instagram. However, relating this to your question, let's say if I'm working with Tasty Tom brand, I'm working with an oil and gas, and also a mining company. These three are all there. If I'm sending out a post or ad for the oil and gas, I will make sure that I select just this one, just the oil and gas channel. Then I schedule what I want to schedule, and it will go out at the appointed time. If I'm sending something to just the mining company, I will select just the mining company, paste what I have to send out, and also schedule that post. It wouldn't have to interfere. But then if it is something that is going out for all three, then you have to select all the three channels that you've connected, and they will all have these things posted on their platforms. Does that answer your question, please?
Yes, that does. That does. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So,
Right.
yeah, to conclude, I would say that Google Ads isn't just about the clicks. It's about connecting with people at the right time. And now you know how that happens. Just don't get up and post something. Mainly, there's a technique that I use often. When you want to send out a post, a comic or something on these social media platforms, mainly I do 9 a.m., 12 p.m., and 3 p.m. Why these times? 9 a.m., most people get to work at 8 a.m. So by 9 a.m., they might have settled in, they can check their emails, they can check their social media platforms and all that. They will get to see what you have posted. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., most of them are going on lunch break. That is the time that most of them get to use their phones and do other stuff aside work. So they probably get to chance on your video, your ad, and all of it. And 3 p.m., they are preparing to close. 4 p.m., they are preparing to close. Some of them close at 4 p.m., some close at 5. Around 3 p.m. downwards, they are preparing to close. So there is not so much pressure at work. So they get a chance to use their phones, their laptops, whatsoever, go on sites, go on Google to look for personal stuff and all that. And this will help you or give them the opportunity to chance on your ad and also your company's products or services they are rendering. Thank you very much for your time and your audience. Is there
All right. Thank you, Mr. Kofi.
any question?
Thank you. Said, Oluwaseun said, okay, we 2 p.m. The recorded version on YouTube and go through the material properly so you can have a better understanding of what has been discussed. And kindly help me appreciate Mr. Kofi today for this session. And also the attendance list has been, the attendance link has been sent to the group. Kindly fill your attendance form. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Kofi. Thank you for the amazing session. And we hope to see you again.
All right.